I've educated you all on the dangers of the card trader before. I don't trust him. Maybe it's his sinister aura, or maybe it's because he's objectively fucking useless. Nah, that may be too far, but there is a problem here. This will be one of the more controversial videos that I make because everyone seems to have some kind of opinion on it, and that's all this is, my opinion. But it's more than just the card trader. We're gonna be talking about crafting, gems, and affordability in Duel Links in general, the current state of it, and what can be done to improve it. 50 gems a pack, that's the standard. There are 3 cards to a pack and either 180 or 100 packs to a box, depending if it's a main or mini box. That's our setup for obtaining boxed cards, so the question from there becomes, how many gems can I get and how hard are they to get? And the only example I feel like I need to give is the gem reward for hitting King of Games, the pinnacle of ranked dueling, and generally considered difficult if you don't A, have a meta or rogue deck, B, have optimal staples, and C, understand the meta game to a certain extent. Fairly tall order for a casual player, and your gem reward for it? 200. The same amount that Konami gives out for Apologies. It's 4 packs or 12 cards. Comparatively, Konami hands out this in-game resource more than other mobile games, and that's a point that I often hear brought up to justify the gem system in Duel Links. Basically to say, it could be worse, so stop crying. But I've never liked that defense. You can still have a problem with something even if there's a similar or even bigger problem like it in the world. Logically, it just doesn't make sense. You're allowed to be critical of anything. Now, I'm saying this because I don't want this video to be taken the wrong way. Konami has been doing an excellent job with Duel Links as of late, but if they take some of the leaps I'm going to suggest here, Duel Links will be more affordable and by extension, more diverse and competitive. And the answer lies in something that already exists in the game, the card trader. This slimy, sneaky little is exactly what he sounds like. You can trade in-game resources for cards, exchange certain items, upgrade the foil of certain cards, trading out banned cards, and a skill lottery that will randomly supply an unlockable skill for your active character. And with all of that said, it sounds like there's a lot to get out of this dude, but then you clock. The card pool is shallow and uncompetitive to say the least outside of the omnipresent Kiteroid and the archetypal specific Full Metal Foes fusion. The items that you can exchange are limited and weak. The most important key for gate duelists is the generic one that all gate duelists require, but you can't trade for them. Instead, you can only trade with them to get other keys of other colors that are less important. Why you can't trade coins for generic gate keys or for dual orbs or for other in-game resources is beyond me. There's only 2 banned cards, so the banned exchange thing is just a get Cocoon of Ultra Evolution quick scheme, or some trashy rare cards for your invoked Cocytus. And upgrading foils takes an unbelievable amount of rare orbs that it takes forever trying to get the prismatic foils of a super rare or ultra rare card, and oh yeah, you can only upgrade the foils of cards obtained through the trader, which are pretty damn weak and generally useless outside of a handful of exceptions like I said earlier. And this is to say, you only have to visit this dude a few times to get the most useful things out of it. And once you play the game for a long enough time, the card trader does become useless. I'm an extreme example, but I have 3 copies of every single card in the trader. I have traded in my banned cards, I get the foil upgrades when I can, and I have 14 million coins that I will never use. The trader is an objectively useless feature to me, and I only trade a card from him when it's a weekly mission, but I'll just pick a normal rarity card so I'm only losing 5,000 coins because now I'm determined to get 100 million coins because I don't know what else to do with them. And this makes it sound a little personal, but I just push the card trader to its limits to see what its true payoff is, and it's Kiteroid and Full Metal Foes fusion. Fairly disappointing. Now let's talk about Master Duel's crafting system, because this implementation changed the perspective on Duel Links' affordability quite a lot. In Master Duel, you can swap out cards of certain rarities for materials that represent rarities, normal rare, super rare, and ultra rare cards. You can then use these materials that are rarity specific and trade them out for any card in the game of a matching rarity. However, the cost of an ultra rare card, let's say, is more materials than what you would get for converting another ultra rare card. So you can't just do a 1-for-1 trade over and over and over again, you'll eventually run out. And this does restrict you in ways when it comes to building multiple decks, but this is to say you can get any card card in Master Duel that you want reliably and free. And that is one of the most cited reasons to Master Duel's superior affordability, certainly the main one. It's such an improvement in accessibility that I was quite honestly surprised when I saw it for the first time in Master Duel. I don't know if it's because Master Duel has a way bigger card pool or whatever compelled Konami to put in this feature in Master Duel that never existed in Duel Links despite it being 5 years older. And this of course led to a massive chunk of the player base demanding something similar in Duel Links. And yes, the closest thing that we have is the card trader, a flawed, underwhelming, and shallow feature as I've explained. But this video isn't just put a crafting system in the card trader. I think there's even more potential than that. Plus, I want to brainstorm what the crafting system could look like without it being a one-for-one trade as well. But first, let's talk about gems again. I have addressed my concerns about the volume of boxes and cards in Duel Links now. The 50 gems thing was a lot better when there were only 3 or 4 boxes in the game. And I don't mean to make it sound so economical, but the value of the gem decreases with each box added to the game. If you look at the oldest boxes in the game, even the 20 oldest, they contain very few cards that see play in current meta or rogue decks or even some of the current fun decks. And these cards will grow to become more and more irrelevant, and a pack of one of these horrible boxes costs the same as a brand new box. And the solution to this blatant value imbalance already exists: the half-off gem sale. This should not be a sale, this should be the standard. 25 gems for these packs, and with every new box added to the game adds a new box to the 25 gem a pack catalog. This increases the value of the gem and promotes further play in the game, and it will help even more with the proposed crafting system, as well as competitiveness and deck diversity, things Konami has cited being priorities to them. So now let's talk about the trader's potential. For starters, the foil change thing is a good addition, but the resources required are trash. It shouldn't cost 2,400 rare jewels to upgrade a super rare card to a prismatic. On top of using rare jewels for a super rare card not making any sense, it's just way too much. These jewels are kind of similar to the crafting material that you get in Master Duel. You need them to trade from the card trader, but like a lot of items, eventually super rare and ultra rare jewels become useless. I have 1,204 super rare jewels, and you only need 8 for the glossy to prisma upgrade. But you need 1,600 rare jewels. Like, what the fuck even is that? I have 549 ultra rare jewels, and this is considered a rare item. So rare that leveling up characters to 36, which takes a long time, is apparently worth one. But again, the amount needed to upgrade an ultra rare prisma is so negligible compared to the amount of rare jewels that you need for these foil upgrades. And this needs to change. No more rare jewels. Make these super rare and ultra rare jewels more valuable and exciting to get, and give them a purpose to veteran players like me. The banned card exchange thing, whatever, but maybe it should be for all limited cards, or ultra rares and super rares that you have 4 of. Boxes aren't nice to players all the time, and it is possible to end up with 4 of one ultra rare from a box and just 1 of another from the same box. Wouldn't it be nice if you could trade that useless 4th copy for a 2nd copy of the other ultra rare? I mean, speaking objectively, they have the same value, so why not? You should be able to exchange coins for gate keys, period. Coins for dual orbs, hell, even coins for tickets. You can make it a lot of coins. I mean, they're so easy to come by that even 100,000 coins for a super rare ticket would fly with me. The trader needs a complete overhaul of cards. I'm talking even putting a chunk of older rare and super rare cards, maybe even some ultra rare cards from older boxes, like the oldest ones in the game, put them in the trader. Maybe start with, I don't know, the 6 oldest boxes and add a box every time a new box is released, kind of like the half-off gem sale thing I proposed. And you can make them cost like a ton of coins. Like, again, they're easy to come by. And then it adds value to the coin. It adds value to the jewels and the trader in general. And the occasional powerhouse they should put in there, like they did with Full Metal Foes Fusion, an addition that is hopefully Konami dipping their toes into some of these ideas. So we're here, crafting. I do think it should exist, and I think it should look like this. Even Even though I compared the jewels to the crafting materials, I don't think that they should be used for crafting in Duel Links. I think it should be a new material, even a different kind of jewel if it has to be. I mean, there's the legendary gate keys, so maybe gold ultra rare jewels or legendary ultra rare jewels or dream ultra rare jewels. To keep it simple, you get 1 for trading in a boxed card, and it costs 3 to convert it to another box card, and that would go for every single rarity. Because going back to an old box for a rare card that you need and is guaranteed to take you 20 packs is bullshit. That's another reason why the normal and rare cards of older boxes should probably be in the trader. This proposition of a crafting system may seem a little drastic, but it's something and keeps the game profitable off boxed ultra rare cards at the same time. Because whether we like it or not, we do have to understand Konami's perspective as a business while talking about these things. They are part of the discussion too. But this is another thing that adds value to the gem. Throw in some coins on the deal too, whatever. But a conversion system like this would be fair, exciting, and once again can revamp the competitiveness and deck diversity in Duel Links, things Konami does care about. This would turn the card trader from a shallow, lukewarm addition that slowly loses value into a genuinely useful attraction to the game. And it already exists, it's just about improving it. Now, this is not a watertight analysis on what a crafting system should look like in Duel Links. As I said, everyone has their own idea for it, and I'd love to hear some of the other perspectives in the comments. I know a lot of you have more well thought out ideas about this exact thing, that or you're just smarter than me, so I really do want to hear some of the other proposed ideas for it. Alright, so that's the problems with the card trader and how to fix them. A hot button issue as said, but an important discussion to have. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video.